Hey guys, it's Ignacio, the co-founder of GPT-Chain, and today I'm very excited because I think I just solved how to work with ChatGPT 10x better, and it's thanks to this one method and this one tool. But first of all, let me start the video with a question for you, that is, do you know what is this thing that separates ChatGPT amateurs with these real pros wizards using this tool? Well, you might be thinking probably is prompting, right? Having read really good, well thought, well structured prompts. And you would be just half right, because what real pros are using nowadays to build with ChatGPT is create systems, not only prompts. And actually, the way you do it is by having a sequence of prompts that takes care of doing a whole process for you. And today I'm going to show you how to build this system of prompts and how to actually run it automatically with this tool to make your experience 10x better. So let's check it out. Okay guys, so we are here into ChatGPT, and as you can see, I have a really useful tool that I'm going to drop down in the comments. That is a GPT that I developed that is built exactly for that. You're going to describe the problem or the process, the bunch of tasks you want to automate, and this GPT is going to build all the sequence of prompts that are going to take care of exactly that. So just let me show it to you. And I'm going to start explaining the use case that I have today. That is basically, I want to have a prompt sequence that starts with a news. Probably I'm going to input it a URL or explain that news. And then it's going to create a bunch of steps. So I'm going to explain it right now to ChatGPT. So let's start it. Okay, so let's explain what we want to do. So, hey ChatGPT, I have this process that I want you to automate for me. Basically, I will give you everyday news that I feel it's related to my brand and everything, and you're going to do the following steps. So you're going to search that news and the source that I'm giving you and expand on that. Then you're going to have another step that analyzes that news, and that's maybe a sentiment analysis on it. Then you're going to take that news information that you already have and turn it into a social media post that I'm going to give you an inspiration of the format of the type of post. And finally, I want you to search other sources related to this, and especially another prompt that exclusively search for images and gives them right inside ChatGPT. So this is the whole process. Please help me plan it out. So as you can see, I'm already pasting this information into here. It's well formatted because I'm using this tool called Whisperflow. And let's check it out. That's another tip. Maybe use some tools that help you like cut times, right? So voice dictation is really good. So let's check it out. I'm waiting for this GPT to build this initial draft. So first of all, it's going to create an interpretation and a brainstorming for this type of prompt sequence. In this case, I believe since I have it really planned out, it's maybe going to generate it completely, but yeah, not exactly. It's actually doing it here. So it's gonna take it for here. The only variables I want is the news, can be a URL or a text, then the language, and finally the content example to create a version of. So for example, this, because it's creating very complex prompts, I don't think it's that necessary. Dump down the prompts. Okay, so in this case, I was liking the previous steps. So yeah, intake the context, source expansion and live verification, sentiment analysis. But I believe it's a lot of things, and when you get this type of prompts, usually they don't work that well together. So let's dumb it down, and yep, I have now this much simpler prompt sequence that I can just try it out. So basically what I would be doing is copying and pasting these prompts, storing it somewhere, maybe in the notes page, and then use this as a system by just changing these variables, right? But yeah, that's a lot of work actually too. So in fact, I'm going to ask to give me a template for the tool that I'm going to show you that does this process automatically. That is called GPT-Chain. So give me the JSON file with the template of the chain. So here it is. It's going to give me a JSON file. And now I'm going to check and open GPT-Chain. So here I have it. Basically, GPT-Chain is the first automation tool built just for ChatGPT, and it lets you run these prompt sequences automatically, and you can preset all the variables and all the things before even running the automation. And as you can see, it's creating a prompt sequence from it. So awesome. I'll just be waiting for it. And yeah, as you can see, I use it for a lot of things. This tool actually writes my newsletter for me, does a lot of things and at scale and without burning API credits because I'm using ChatGPT. It has memory too. But finally, I'm going to take this format and paste it here and import it as a prompt chain. So here, and yeah, there it is, that imported, and here I have it. So lean brand news. So I'm going to go to a new chat completely and test it out. So one news that I was really interested on was, for example, Meta and Midjourney partnership. Here's a structure that is with a hook, key takeaway, and all of that. And yeah, I kind of like it. I checked that I was missing some information. And yeah, let's check it out. Let's run it. And let's see how it goes. I usually will be just waiting for this automation to run, hands-free, obviously. And yeah, let's just wait for it. We are finished. GPT-Chain just run the whole automation for us. Yeah, let's check it out. So as you can see, first is doing a summary, checking the top sources for that exact news that was announced 4 days ago, seems like. Then it's going to analyze the sentiment from people. In this case, seems like it's positive and the confidence is high, so good. Here is writing that social media post, which is good also. Then it's search for the images that I asked, so I can, yeah, just copy the text given and also download an image and directly make a post about it. So that would be great. Probably I would be using this one. Nice. And finally, here is like the whole summary of it, where I can also copy and paste the whole generated copy. So as you can see, this was a process of me just asking and telling about the sequence of steps of this process that I needed. And yeah, I was just asking to the GPT to do it. But this is not the only way to approach creating a prompt chain, because maybe you don't have as much clarity on the type of process you want. So I'm going to give it like a more vague example, or something like starts a conversation with this planning approach. I usually would suggest anybody to plan their processes and this sequence of tasks first, so then you can use the prompt sequence architect like very good. But in this case, I'm just going to tell the ChatGPT that I'm an indie hacker. I want an automation to build digital products. So I don't have much of an idea here right now. And in this case, that GPT is going to help me brainstorm this whole process. So here's going to interpret. And yeah, this is a way. So just give me an idea of a useful chain. I would usually spend more time like chatting with ChatGPT, so it gets me even better. But yeah, here is just a demo of what is possible. So for me, just telling what I do, what I want to be, what I want to do, like broadly, and just asking for a useful chain, I get something like this that is Yeah, exactly for that, for building digital products. The first one defines the idea, then it validates the problem, generates the product vision, a roadmap, a landing page, and finally a 30-day launch plan. And this way I start generating ideas. But yeah, this is not the only approach we have. There's basically three approaches for starting a conversation with the GPT. That is basically, hey, I'm this type of guy, what can be useful for me? That is the one that we just tried. Then we have the previous one that is, hey, I already have this process, I know the task, please help me automate it. That is the one that we just looked into. And finally, we have this option of starting from a previous conversation. For example, I have this one that is, I don't know, I'm going to take maybe this conversation that I have. It's simulating uh, a type of content from a base content, and this is all about prompts. So I'm going to take other conversation with this extension that is called ChatGPT Exporter. I'm going to export it, then I have it here, and then I can go back to the prompt sequence generator and just give it the downloaded conversation. And based on this conversation, please do a chain. Okay, so it's doing it. And yeah, this is the three ways we can start planning out our ChatGPT automation. So yeah, basically, let's check it out. It starts with the raw recipes. It creates plain text for social media. Then it turns it into a version for Twitter. It creates the carousel copy. And finally, the landing page, SEO, and yeah, a lot of other things that are quite useful and that are inspired by this conversation that was about prompt templates. But yeah, guys, this is how I would suggest to getting started with building your first prompt systems, right, and tailored for ChatGPT. And in the future video, we're going to dive deeper into this topic. For now, please comment whatever you think about the tool, about the method that we just presented. We are actually the builders of GPT-Chain, the tool that lets you automate this way of working. So yeah, guys, we're really eager to hear from you. And yeah, please subscribe if you liked the video, like it, and see you later.